Hey guys, so I was going to do a video and show everybody how to install the mineral and the PAC filter, but I decided not to because I have my 4-year-old running around making a lot of noise and it would have been a nightmare for all of us. So I decided to go without, but I'll run you through what I did. So here's the RO. These are 3 filters, membrane, inline, DI resin. Directly after the DI resin, let me back this up a little bit, we have a T, and on that T that goes to the second TDS meter. I have another one over here that's reading the supply on the ends coming in. So this is reading 2 different readings actually. So it's reading down here after the DI and then also before the DI. So if you get a reading, let me show you, right here on this blue is the red, which goes up to here. Left, flip the switch over, is the right after the DI. So this will read usually between 5 and 8 parts. If it goes much higher than 8, I know that I need to change out the membrane. This is giving me a reading of 0. This will change color though, so I know that when that's going. But more importantly, once you get further down, I added mineral filter, which adds pH to your water to make it more alkaline on the scale. Neutral 7, going up is alkaline, down. So after the RO and DI, it was at like 4, 5 on your pH scale. I haven't yet tested it, but here's your mineral. So I'm coming in, so I get a reading after the DI, and I'll show you right here. So I'll hit it over to the right because it's the blue. Hit it over to the right, turn it on, you'll see 0. So if I flip it over to the left, now we're reading directly after the membrane, right here before the DI. And you got 4, which is pretty solid. After the DI resin, you have 0. So then we're coming down here. We have 0 parts, and then we go into the mineral filter. Boom. From the mineral filter, it has a flow, which way you want it to go. Flow's coming in, and then I looped it around. And then I added another flow indicator down. So then it's flowing through this carbon filter. This filters out any weird tastes. Will not filter out minerals, magnesium, calcium, pH, etc. So after this, and then I added another TDS meter because I wanted to see whether or not this filter was actually adding anything to the water or it's just a big hoax. So I added a T, another TDS meter. Let's turn it on. We'll see. 32 parts, 31, 32. So if you remember, before that filter we had 0. So after it came through the RO, it went to 0 parts. Completely filtered, no impurities, no carcinogens, no contaminants, nothing, no minerals either. On a pH scale, it's more acidic. After it goes through the filter, it gets filtered out the taste from the carbon, because I heard rumors that this filter will put in a little bit of like a fishy taste. So you run it through this PAC filter and they'll remove the taste. So you're just getting fresh water. But now, as you can see, there's 32 parts in here. So it means that this filter is doing something. It's putting minerals in, and then from this it just loops back around. And then I have another T, one that goes down to the tank to a shutoff. Boom. On, off. And then I have another T, so this branches off to a little faucet, and the other one goes up to the fridge. I'll show you my little faucet over here. I've showed this before, but that's right here in case you want to, as we're drinking cold beers. Ladies sometimes like to, and I use ladies openly, they like to have some water. So this is the setup. These are the 2 new filters. So this is 2.5 inches. If you're looking for the clip sizes, 2.5. This is a 2 inch, and I'll post this all in the description. The actual links for these. 1, 2. These mount. There's a hole in the back of this clip. You can screw it home, and then clip your filter in. And then this is a double. It goes from a 2 to a 2.5 to 2 inch. So then it holds all this. So it's a pretty cool setup. And I added these 90s. You don't have to add these. A buddy of mine strongly recommended I grab them. I'll put them in the description too. You don't need them. You could just run this this hose straight into the filter, but they're cheap, and you know, got a little wiggle room, no leaks, nothing. So we have your on, circle through. You want to, last thing before I forget, you want to flush this before you use it, because when you flush it, a lot of gunk comes out initially. It's a little cloudy. So I just put a bucket down here on the floor, and I removed this supply, popped this off, and I just put another hose in, ran another hose. So I ran that supply, ran a hose from there into the flow here, and then put another hose into the bottom here. And then from that hose, I just put into a bucket and just flushed it. Filled up like a half a bucket, turned it off, and then did exactly what I showed you here, just set it up. If you have any questions, I know this is kind of rough. I should have probably did the video, but it gives you an idea how to do it. And if you have any questions, shoot me a message in the description. I'll try to help you out.